Okay, we want to talk about today how and when to clean out your stove or fireplace. Now, there's a few little keys to it, and I've learned that over the years. We build 2 fires every day for 7 to 8 months out of the year. So, what you want to do is wait until your ash has built up to where it's almost to interfere with your draft. You do not want it to interfere with your draft. And then when you clean it, you do not want to remove all of the ash because it's going to sit that wood right down on the floor of your stove or fireplace, and it doesn't draft correctly down there. Don't ask me why. So leave a little bit in there. I leave probably 1.5 inches or 2 inches. Now ideally you want to clean this out when it is stone cold. Because we're having a fire a lot of the time, that's not always possible. The second best thing is to have it almost cold, like in the morning or something, and then before you start your fire. And then when you empty it, do not empty it into a plastic bag like I'm doing. This is stone cold, okay guys? But you want to, the only way you want to use this in your garden is if you have not been burning something like matter that's going to put chemicals in your garden, like cardboard or, stuff like that. If you were burning lumber, for instance, or something with nails in it, for instance, obviously. If you're just talking about straight firewood, then save that for your garden, and that's good for altering the pH, and also it's instead of lime, and it's also good for using as bug removal. So you can also, I've heard people taking the cardboard, the ash, and letting the chickens take a dust bath in it in place of chemicals. But, for removal of mites and lice. But that's up to you. So anyway, so when you're removing it, best case scenario, remove it into a metal bucket. Our metal bucket got run over on the driveway because somebody left it out there, and Dad didn't see it. So anyway, so now I just have to wait till it's proper temperature. One time though, I did put it in a 3-gallon plastic bucket, and it was not quite cool, which I thought it was. It stays warm a long time, and it melted. A piece of coal melted into the side of the bucket. So that is not what you want. So make sure it's dead cold, or do it in a metal bucket. Now, the other care for wood heat is you want to keep up with the stovepipe or the chimney. Okay, so on a different video, we're going to talk about how to clean that out. We've never, ever had a chimney fire or a stovepipe fire. Never had a house fire, except for by electric heat. So this is part of why we like the wood heat, and it also heats better than the electric. And you can then control how much your quote-unquote bill will be. So I'm going to leave about like this, and I say it's like about 1.5 inches, but that's going to depend on the placement of your draft. But do make sure you clear all the ash away from next to your draft. My draft on this stove is right on the bottom here, and see, it's leaking down onto the floor. So yeah, make sure that you leave enough, otherwise the elevation is incorrect. This, I think, is part of why they had the fire dogs in the old days in there. This has been cleaning your stove or fireplace.